Here, if you go format your visual under a map setting, you have a different kind of maps. You may use an aerial map. You may use a dark map. You may use a light. You may use grayscale, or you may use a blue map. So it's all up to you the kind of map which you want to use. Done. Let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead now. Now it's time to pause chart. I come to after minutes. Now let's come to things called as a table. To table or a matrix, whatever we want to use. Table is a one-dimensional table. Let's say I have a 5 different markets. This is my market. Let me do page the font size. I go to view and let me make some changes in the theme. I say customize theme and the text. Let me to increase the font size to 15. Title also I want to make it 15. Hard KPIs, let it be. Text headers I again make it 15 and say apply. I pick up my market. I want to showcase this is my market by sales. Along with the sales, I want to highlight my profit too. I said this is my market by sales, this is my market by profit. Okay. Now I don't need this decimal places. So if I click into a sales, if I click it earlier, if I'm not clicking into this, I'm in my visualization. Are you able to see this? The title, the headers in your ribbon? What the tabs you have? You have a home, insert, modeling, optimize and help. If I click into any of the variables, have few additional variables. One is a table tool and another is a column tool. So once I go to a column tool, so this is your variable. Variable name is the same. If you want to rename, you can rename. Okay, type here is a decimal. I converted this to a full number. I said yes. So look into your sales, it's been converted into whole numbers. Similarly, your variable for the profit, again, I want to convert it into a whole numbers. How many of you are comfortable with the Excel? Along with this, say sum of sales, sum of profit, I want to use my number of orders too. If I drag and drop any quantitative variable, what is the by default aggregation? By default aggregation. But if I drop any qualitative variable, the by default aggregation for a qualitative variable is a count. Let's say order ID. In the data, we have order ID. I drop it my order ID here. So this represents what is my, I said the order ID. I just look into this drop down and say count. Rather count this thing. So this is my count of the unique order under each of the category. Sorry, under each of the market. Danaji, how I did this? I created a table. So what is the problem with the table? Table is always a one number. If I want to use a two-dimensional table, if I want to use dimensional table, so if you are going ahead with a two-dimensional table, so you instead of a table, you need to use this thing called as a matrix. You need to use this thing called as a matrix. Let's say I pick up my market to my row and my category to a column and want sales as a value. Got it? Or you may reverse it. I pick up category to this place, market to this place. Now, the another benefit or the other beauty of matrix is I want I know under category we have a various kind of categories. If I pick up a subcategory here and drop it under category, what you see, there is a by default hierarchy. So you have this plus button. Click into this plus button, you can expand it and can see all this how it is. Okay. Now let's know a very important one. Another thing is called as we are working on a Power BI desktop. One of the problem with the Power BI is as of now, Power BI desktop is not compatible with our Mac. Anybody is using a MacBook, he needs to use so he needs to publish this data. Sorry. If somebody is doing a MacBook, he needs to use a product that is the Power BI Cloud. Or do you carry your laptop always with you? The answer is no. So it is always better, whatever the project you are doing, to publish your project on the Power BI desktop. So once you want to publish it on Power BI desktop, once you want to publish it on Power BI desktop, what is the prerequisite? You must be signed in to your Power BI. If you are not signed into your Power BI account, you cannot publish it. You cannot publish it. But if you want to publish your work on PowerBI.com, because PowerBI.com is a Power BI cloud service. Power BI cloud service. Let me to sign in my account first. I signed into my account. So your individual mail ID or the Outlook ID will not work here. You brought in. Okay, your individual mail ID will not work here. You need an institutional email ID. You need an institutional ID to log into your Power BI account. I am logging into my Power BI account. So once I log into my Power BI account, I have an option to tab if I publish my work. So what is the beauty here? If you publish your work, let me to make it change save this file first. I say LPUDE. Done. I save this file here, and then I am this one in PowerBI.com. Here you want to publish your work. Let's say I'm saying I want to publish it today. It's called as a my workspace. I click into my workspace. What you find here, your work is published. Is going to be published. Okay, this has been published successfully. So if I go to our internet, any cafe, anywhere across the globe, and simply I go to a PowerBI.com. So you can go to a PowerBI.com. You can log into your PowerBI.com from anywhere from any computer. I log into my account. Whatever the work you done or you save or you publish in your PowerBI.com or Power BI Cloud. So I entered to the Power BI Cloud, the PowerBI.com website. I have this space here called as a My Workspace. So I click into My Workspace. You save this file here, LPUODA. Okay. So I click there. Whatever you did, my work has been published here. If at any point of time you process any of this worksheet from anywhere across the globe, look at it. So those who are having a MacBook, they are not having a Windows laptop, they can straight away go to powerbi.com, they can log into their account, then by clicking it here, create the Excel file, they will able to access the Power BI Cloud. If I go to this Excel, I have an option link to a file or upload a file. I'm uploading this file again. Okay. So once I'm uploading a file here, let me to upload. I say next. I want to use this the way I use it earlier, connected to order file, it transform data. I will look into my data. say create a report. I name this model LPU ODL Cloud. Okay. So I created this model here. Uh, Taking is taking a few time. If file been created here, you are in the same file, same kind of a page. So you may use your Power BI software here also to your log into your Power BI account, which we call it Power BI Cloud. Okay. Now I'm going back to my Power BI desktop. So Power BI desktop, I need to use some other kind of a things also, which I want to share. We have a one very thing called as a card. At times you have seen the people who are preparing some kind of a dashboard, they are using this kind of card there. Let me do, I use a card here and drop my sales here. Okay. Have you seen? This is card journey whenever you press kind of the visualization it's available here. Let me go to journal. Let me say effect, background color if you want to use any kind of background, or you may use any kind of background. I say visual border on, rounded corner on what and in this. This is my sum of sale. At times you are looking at the dashboards, fine, they people are using a different kind of cards. So here I may say my sum of profit instead of a sum of sale. I say control C, control V. I say instead of this, I take a sum of quantity or the quantity sold. So what to rename? Sum of quantity doesn't seem good. I may call it quantity sold. I rename this header as. Similarly, I want to control C, control V. I want to pick up rather than of quantity. Now, the dashboard designing is totally up to you. How you want a different things on a dashboard. What is the kind of a dashboard you want to create? Let's say I want to pick my number of unique customers. I pick my here, drop my customer here. Instead of the first customer name, I said, I count this thing. I may rename this as a customer count. Okay. So now let's create a more visual here. In Power, I'm using a one thing called as a slices. Let's say I want to create a slicer. I have 5 different markets here. I drop my market to in slices. I go to slicer settings and I said I need a tiles. Instead of a list, I said I need a tiles. And in value, I'm making bold, black color. Done. If you want something more, you may go to journal, may look into the, let me do click into this and follow this formatting here. Right? So this is your slicer setting. I mark my slicer header off. Now, if I click into read, you find all things. These headers have been changed to, I set it to Asia Pacific. This has been changed to Asia Pacific. I click to Europe, all the database changed to Europe, Latin America, US, Canada. Now, let me add a one chart here called as a GOT chart. So, in Power BI, we have different kind of views. The first view which we are using as of now is called as a report view. So, report view is the front end where we prepare a different kind of results, where we are preparing a different kind of visualizations. So if you want to get your data and want to calculations in data, we move to this view called as a simple view. If we want to do some calculations here, we want some plus minus in the data cleaning, editing, etc. We move to a table. In table view, you able to see your entire data. If you want to make any calculation data, all those calculations could be made in a view under a header called as table 2. We have two kinds of calculations here. One is a new measure base, the other is a new base. So if I go back to my report, so in this data, we have a sum of sales for the sales as well as profit. I calculate the net profit. So I'm in my table view. I say new measure. I want to make a calculation here. I call it NPR. NPR is equal to sum of say profit, sum of profit divided by sum of sales total multiplied by 100. If you want to make any calculation in Power BI, all those calculations are to be done in the table view. And for all the calculations in Power BI are called as a DAX function, DAX, data analysis function. I'm in this table. I want to add my NPR to. So this is my net profit ratio. This is my sales. This is my trade. This is net profit ratio. This is a number of orders. Done. Now in this table, I want to add one more chart called as a GOT chart. Pick them up GOT chart. At times we are calling it as a kilometer chart too. Now let's say I pick up my profit to value. I pick up my profit to value. I want to showcase my profit vis-a-vis my target value, target profit. Let me to borrow the formatting from previous chart. The previous chart. I want to set my target profit. I want to make one more calculation. I want to say, let's say my target profit is 15% of sales. I have a target value here. I go to my table 2. I want to have one calculation here. I say new measure. I call this as my target profit is equal to 0.15. 0.15 means 15% of what? Of sales. Rather of sum of sales. Done. Say this is my target profit. I go back to my report. Added my this target profit this place. I created a one more variable here. Added my target profit this place. Now for the target, this is achieved. Now I want to add a title here of this. Are you able to see this option called here as a narrative? Are you able to see this option called as a narrative? I click to narrative, resize it, make it custom, deleted it whatsoever the values been reflected here. Want to call it sales report or the sales dashboard of global store from 2021, 2025. I selected this entire, make it bold, increase the font size to 36. This is larger, made it to 32, and that's all. If we want to place it to any other place, resize it. Now, if you want to resize it, you will pick up from these dots wherever you want to place it. So designing of a dashboard is only up to you, how you are going to actually design a dashboard. I want to borrow this formatting and apply this formatting here. I just borrowed this formatting and applied this formatting to the space. This is all up to you, how you are designing a dashboard. Hmm? Functional, brain factor. KG, let me sign into my account. Now I have a one more option. As of now, what are the visuals you are able to see? Uh, Around 30, 40 visuals you are able to see here. Every line is getting 6 visuals, and there are around 7 lines, 42 visuals. Can you get more visuals? Yes. There are not many other kind of visuals. Like a login provided to login to my account. You click into these 3 dots. You click into these 3 dots. You have an option to get more visuals. Let's say get more visuals. Let me to select a visual for the animated bar chart. Click to get more visual. I'm looking for a visual for the animated bar chart. And this animated bar chart, click this bar chart. There are 100 plus kind of the additional visuals. Depending upon your need, the visual. I say add this visual. What happened? This visual has been added to or imported to your Power BI. I clicked into this visual animated bar chart, pick up my order date to the period, sales to the value. Okay. That's going to pick up your first subcategory to x-axis, sales to y-axis, which chart I converted wrongly. Okay. Let me to delete this chart. Let me to use this animated bar chart. Pick up animated bar chart. I pick up my name to a subcategory, sales to the value, and order date to the period. See, this is the animated bar chart. See, similarly, there are many kind of the additional visuals are available. If I click into 3 dots, get more visual. See here, there are around 100 additional visuals which are available here. Depending upon your need, you may select any visual. Okay, depending upon your need, you may select any visual. It's this is a 1 or 2 more visuals there. I called it drill down. Called it drill down donut or a drill down pie, whatever you want. Let's say I pick up a drill down donut. I add this visual is important for Power BI. I click for drill down donut. I picked up my now let's say category to category, sales to the value, and under category I pick my subcategory too. Now this is your category by sales. If you click it there, see what are your the different subcategories. Okay, so this is your uh, drill down donut chart. Similarly, there's an option for that if it's more visual. You have an unique this chart called as a scroller. I selected a scroller. I say add. Made a visual button. Click to scroller. Resize it wherever you want to fit here. Let's say I pick up my subcategory to category and pick up my sales measure absolute. Done. Times you are looking at some previous methods, you find this kind of a is already moving off the schooner. So whatever chart you want, you may able to use or put a additional visual. Let's say use a one chart here called as a infographic. Get no visual, get infographics. I say add. I added my infographics here. I click into infographics. Let's say I pick up my market to the category and sales to the method. As of now, this is your chart which you learned earlier. Now, once you are on infographic, you have this pencil mark. You go to this pencil, you can delete this shape and whatever the shape you want. Let's say from the nature, I want this kind of the trees. If you're not comfortable with the trees, you want this chickens. Okay? So this is all up to you. What the kind of the visual you want. Here, you still have an option. If you want to delete this, want to add your image or any image, you have this called as the upload. I say upload. See where the visual is available in your computer. So let me do pick up an image. Let's see all files. I added this visual here. If you want the multiple units of the same, you have an option here to use the multiple units. Multiple units on. You may say how many units in a row or a column. So then this is all up to you. Once you are using infographics, so whatever you want, the changes you want to do with your visuals. Okay. So this is your the kind of the additional visuals. Now let's go at one last additional visual called as a word cloud diagram. Let's move to our visual. The word cloud. Pick up a word cloud here. I did this word cloud. Mhm. I want to show you what is a country-wide sales. I pick up my country to category sales, so the value. So this is United States are coming separately. If you go to your format your visual, you have this rotated text of, I make it of, top but of, and once you go to journal, there's a thing called as word break, supposed to be somewhere there. Journal, word break on, I make it of. Daneji, hope you have seen this kind of visual in your various uh, research papers and so on. So again, a very visual. So larger is the size, more is the amount of sale, less is the sale size, less is the amount of sale. Daneji, let's point out. So as I said, Power BI, the first is called as a report. We are using it for various kinds of the visuals. Another is the table view, which is being used for doing a lot of calculations. So whatever all those calculations are required, there is a certain calculation in the form of measure, certain in the form of new column. And generally, this is called as a DEC, data analysis equation. So whatever the calculation be done in Excel, almost all those calculations will be done in Power BI too. And whenever we are doing all those calculations of Excel with Power BI, this is called as DEX, data analysis expression. Okay? And this is third called as a model view. Whenever we are using multiple databases together, whenever we are using multiple databases together, then if we're using multiple databases together, we need to create a relationship between the two or more data. That has been possible with the help of a model. Let's say I say Excel file. In Power BI, you can select multiple data files with your computer or with the Power BI. I selected this file again. Earlier in this Excel file, I have a T sheet. One is a order sheet, which you have already used. Another is a return sheet. If you click into a return sheet, you see I have the information, the orders which have been returned and the order ID. No other information. And similarly, if I go to this people sheet, I have information like region and the name of the region. But if I'm looking at this file called as the region and the person in charge, this file is not been read. The person, this header and region is been header. Rather than instead of putting this string, I say transform data. What transform data will transform data will take me to a Power Query. So I enter to a Power Query. I enter to a Power Query. Power Query is being used for cleaning of data. Here I said first row as header. Done. And I say close in the file. What happened? If you go to your code view, find your both of the files have been added here. Earlier you have only the file, but now you have a people file. If I go to my model view, now I have a two files. Are these two files are related to each other? Yes. What is the relation? What is the common connection? The common connection is the region to region. I connected these two tables with each other. Done. I connected these two tables with each other. Now, if I go to my table view, In my table view, I have a region here. I want to fetch name of the regional manager. So in table view, I may add a new calculation. This time I'm calling it a column-based calculation. I'm calling this as a region head. I said is equal to, there is a function in X we are using XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP. But here we are calling XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP as a related. We say related, and from this file we want to need the name of the person. What happened? You added a one variable here, your data, called as a region head. Okay. Now, if you want to do anything with regard to region head, so I am on the page. I pick up a table. I want to see my region head by sales, profit, and profit. I say this is my region head. This is the amount of profit, and this is the amount of the sales. Got it? Company say we want to give 1% of the sales as bonus to the regional heads. Company said, okay, I don't want to make this item as a cover profit. I said profit. I want to rename this as sales. You already have a net profit issue also. This head was NPL, you pick it up field. Your company decided to give 2% sales as a bonus to the head. We want to compute this bonus. Compute the bonus in a calculation. Calculation mean a table. I said, let's say a bonus. You call measure. I called it bonus. I said is equal to 1%. 0.01 multiplied by sum of sales. Done. I added a variable here called as a bonus. And in the table, I added this variable. So Power BI can be used in a similar way as we are doing with the Excel also. All those formulas and the functions could be done in Power BI. We can do a lot of the visualizations in the Power BI. We can use multiple data sets. Another beauty is multiple data sets, all these are possible. And the kind of the views are we are getting in Power BI much more better result from the Excel and the ease of use. Dhanesh, so now before moving ahead, I want to take your feedback about this for the training, whatever we are getting. I share this link. So you please scan this and give a feedback about this. So all those how you're finding this at the workshop, you all need to scan it and give your feedback first. Please scan and give your first. Once will be done, please let me know. All of you need to give this feedback on this thing. Scan it from your mobile and give the feedback. See, all of you need to first give the feedback first. Let me see how many of you have given the feedback. None of you have as of now have scanned it and none of you have given the feedback. Please give your feedback first. None of you scanned it and none of you have given the feedback. All of you, please give this feedback. Is this link working? Check. Yes, the link is working. I don't know if you have given the feedback. Please give the feedback first. You need to give this feedback. 90 of you are here. Have you have given the feedback? Please scan it and give your feedback. Do it, all of you. Scan it and give the feedback. Please complete the feedback first. Now, something more, one thing more, friends, we are offering a lot of programs at LPU, which we call it as a skill development courses also. So I just want one of the skill development course, one of the skill development courses which I am putting, and this course is as of now is active. So this we are offering the course on the financial modeling, equity research, and the business plan analysis. In this course, it's going to be a 30-hour course on online my class. The recording of the classes will be available. The student will be guided about the stock market trading. There will be a live trading about the gold, silver, oil. There student will be guided about the technical analysis, use of the various charts and interpretation. You will be guided about DCF valuation, IPO or been valued, how the valuation of the startup is to be done. If you need to assess the retirement purpose. Let's say if I want to retire, how much money I need for my retirement. If I need to assess my retirement purpose, or if you need an insurance, the amount of insurance you need. Okay? So you want to assess this, how to you will prepare various kinds of calculators or the financial models about the assessing insurance cover, retirement purpose, EMI. Again, you will be guided about how to prepare business plan and how to value various business plans. This is going to be 100% practical course. All these sessions will be on Microsoft Technical. Multiple projects will be a part of the course. And the course will start tentatively from 27th of Jan. And the timing will be 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. The video recording will be available. And I will be one of the trainer and Dr. Khan will be another trainer. If anybody is interested for this course, uh, may scan this, or you may check this and can register for this. The course fee is rupees 1,500. That's all from my side now. Anything from your side, if you want to share or discuss anything, you may go ahead, whatever the things you want to share or discuss. Any questions from yours? That's all from my side. Any questions from your side?
Uh, so before you leave, I'll just reiterate this. Anyone who is having any question or any doubt to be asked from sir, sir is here. Any question in regard to Power BI, anything from the masterclass today, from the session that you want to discuss, please drop it in the chat box. We'll respond from there. So students asking for the link for the financial modeling class.
Friends, I'm just sharing the link of the session modeling course. This is a link for the financial modeling course shared in your uh, chat box. Copy paste this link, or you can just copy it and can use it for if you want to enroll to this course in future. Share this link in your chat box for the Varun up here. Yes, because this course is an online, Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. online. This is the link is in your chat box of the
The
One,
link is
if you
there
want,
in the chat box. So no, I'll be sharing it again. Let's go for any other doubt. It is there. Um, uh, so basically, sir, there are no more questions from the masterclass itself. But yes, there is a question which is in regard to how a fresher can apply for new jobs and how Power BI would be useful for freshers. That is something I would like you to throw.
if you are looking for a career in the community mechanics, then you need to learn a few skills. One is the data analytics. So if you talk about the analytics, the very languages like the SQL, Python are required. But as a base, you need to be very good in Microsoft. You need to be very good in Microsoft. Along with the Excel, you need to have some skills like the programming languages, it could be SQL, it could be Python, etc. Along with this, you need to learn about the visualization skills. So in visualization, you need to learn about the data, the Power BI as well as the so whatever the message was I think is about the link, have the link shared of the financial modeling course. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for delivering such an enriching and practical session. Your detailed insights on Power BI data modeling has given obviously us learners a clear understanding of how data analytics works in real business scenarios. And so your ability to simplify the concepts and connect with them with real world applications, I think they are truly tremendous and it adds value to our masterclass. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. And I'm all here with the virtual claps. I believe they already are virtually clapping for your masterclass today. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Stop leaving now.